Right there. Okay, that's infinity there. I'm gonna put it on like F11 right there. Get a shot of this flipping up the viewfinder. I think I want to do something like this. This is pretty cool actually. Problem with this is the shutter, the physical shutter up here is broken, but I can still control the shutter on the lens itself. I just have to be super careful. I didn't want to drag my tripod around just for this one shot though. See, the problem is I have to hold it super steady. The shutter is still up here on the lens itself, and I have to set it to, yeah, I believe it's ready to go. So here we go, let's see how it rolls. And then I have to release it. I don't know if that came out or not. It's so weird. Number 4 in there in the red. Probably can't see it, it's red for to help with light leaks. I don't know. Yeah, so this is still like a test roll for this. I just wanted to show this, look at that. It's an old Zeiss icon. I got that for $40. So we'll see if it even works. Supposedly had a CLA with a broken shutter. This is the latest find. The Zeiss Iconta. Old medium format camera. This thing shoots 6x9. As you can see, it's accordion style. The downside is with this, the shutter is broken. It's not connected on the inside here anymore. But the good news is you can still control the shutter right here. So right here is actually, that's the shutter right there. And the shutter speeds are along here. We put this down on like 1/75th, which is the fastest that it goes. Then if we open up the backside, you can see where it's still working. And if you look in here, you can see it's still moving in there. And if I change the speed to something slower here, like 1 second, goes all the way down to 1 second. So you can see the shutter is still working on the different speeds. Now if I change that to 1/25th of a second, and you'll see it again. So the shutter still works, you just have to control it here rather than by the normal shutter button. So we are gonna have to test this out, and I will show you here too. This is the viewfinder. So there's no rangefinder on this, it's just old school viewfinder. All right, the first thing we have here is JCH 400, Japan Camera Hunters. I've never used this black and white film before, so we'll see how it goes. First though, let's pop the back of this bad boy open. Okay, you'll notice inside of here, Zeiss Icon film. Yeah, looks pretty close to our street pan. 6x9 centimeters, so it's a 6x9 frame. That's our little red window to monitor. You can get 8 6x9 photos out of this bad boy. So we already have one of our, this is the original metal roller in here. We'll keep that in there actually. There it goes. Whoops, just like that. Just want to make sure that this spins. So this is all looking good right here. Okay. I absolutely love the way 120 film is. You can see how people fall in love with this. Just the film itself is so cool. There it is. Hit the streets. I want that on a t-shirt, unexposed, hit the streets. This is my first time ever handling 120 film. It'll be my first time shooting 120 film. I hope this camera works. It feels like it caught. We'll just keep this going until we see the arrows. There's our arrows. So now we're going to trust that it'll keep going across. We have our little window here, and then anytime that we open that, we roll that until we see it says it's ready to go on the number 1. But I'm going to wait because I want to keep the film, I don't want to keep it stretched for very long. So I'll wait till we get to our first destination. 8 frames, 6x9, 120. Let's go see what we can find. I think I've taken 4 shots total with it. You know, the odds that these pictures come out without any sort of blur will be amazing because I haven't been using the tripod with them. I did check the bellows with a torch, you know, with a flashlight rather, to make sure that there was no pinholes in the bellows. And it looked good by eye, but again, I mean, you just don't know. So that's why we're doing this test roll. You might be wondering, why the hell are we like in a car? But it's because I'm just kind of searching right now to finish off the last 3 frames of this. And this will also be my first time shooting with JCH Street Pan 400. And the whole reason this happened, this is such like a cop-out too. I was ordering the JCH for the black and white video. That would have been the 20th roll of black and white, because that video was supposed to be, I shot 20 different black and white films, but that's why it's only 19. I accidentally ordered medium format when I ordered the JCH. This was like my excuse of entering medium format. Again, this happened last summer, right? So I'm like, oh, I guess I have to buy a medium format camera now, you know, but other than the Lomography Holga camera, this was like the cheapest way I could go. And I really love the idea of this little like briefcase style camera. To me, it's really cool. I love that the bellows pulls out like that. I like it. I like the design of the camera. I like the aesthetic. It's like a little briefcase, you know? So this kind of takes us back to the Kentmere 200 video. Just kind of cruising around and just kind of looking for random stuff here up, you know, we're deep in the Hicks now, where we are today. And we kind of were when we were doing the Kentmere 200 as well, honestly. You know, the further east you go, further away you get away from Los Angeles, and kind of the deeper you go into interesting kind of desert territory. The air cleared up really good. Happy holidays, by the way. It's currently December 29th, 68 degrees here where we are in East LA, damn near outside of LA at this point. We had a lot of rain for the holidays. With all the rain, when it clears up, man, the sky and everything is beautiful. You can see the snow on the mountaintops. You know, there's not as much smog when the air gets cleaned out like that with all the rain. It's quite nice, right? It gets like really nice here. So I thought, you know, maybe we can find something cool to get these last 3 6x9 shots. Yeah, I wanted to incorporate those and kind of see the mountain underneath all of it. Like right now, and then someone's about to go by. Yeah, see? That's a cool shot, right? The problem is the medium format, I don't like so much of this. But I don't know, I ended up coming over here, and the idea now is there's a little bit of foreground. There's still dirt and shit, but I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah, you can't see shit. But this little guy right here, he's pointing down, perfectly pointing right at the mountaintop. So we're gonna go with that idea. You get a lot of layers. They're not sexy layers. It's just like mountain with industrial, with the barbed wire steel fence. Could be cool. Could be like some kind of lame ass statement, but it's really about the one little twig kind of pointing straight down. I got the little Seconic twin mate here. I always do it twice because I might do that too. Wait for a bird, huh? That'd be cool. So 175. We'll go full infinity here, obviously. That might make the foreground finger twig cool. So here we are. I also don't know how much to judge this weird little viewfinder on here. It's just literally like a flippy little piece of glass. Okay, so I have everything set up. So, I don't have the f-stop though. Damn, son. 175 is the fastest it'll go. So I'm gonna have to do like F16. I think we'll be okay. I'm talking as if this camera actually works. Guess we'll just pray. Here we go. She's on the lens here. That's it. Oh, I think I just did a multi-exposure. I forgot to wind it. Here we go. 5. Okay, now we can do it. Oh yeah, the wind's a little better right now. Here we go. I hope I didn't have my finger in the shot. I guess I'd have to watch a replay of that, so you can see how dangerous that is. Luckily, long ago, I bought this Benro carbon fiber tripod, and it is ultra lightweight. So I'm glad for that on a little weird day like this. But it doesn't matter, this camera is so lightweight, but I just mean the tripod. I'm used to tripods weighing so much for my video life. All right, there we go. It will be hilarious if none of these are coming out. Like, for instance, if like my theory that the shutter still works, if my theory is completely wrong, now the birds are there. Now see, that would have been cool with the birds. But if my theory is completely wrong, then who cares? We just get a day where we're just hanging out. Can we just hang out, man? You ever had a friend like that? I just want to hang, man. Can't we just hang out? The other thing that I found was the hat. The hat is a restaurant, cool looking restaurant. And I don't know, we'll see what we can get. We're getting close golden hour now. It's 3:52. Let's see what Sunseeker is telling me. Magic hours, here we go. Let's keep your eyes on the road, Johnson. 4:14. So it doesn't start for another 15 minutes, but we're getting in there, you know, we're getting into that territory of, hey, things are looking a little nice out here, you know? There was a time when my e-bike was still brand new and actually worked and I could trust it to go long distances. Every day for golden hour, I would take the e-bike out and just hit the trail. Well, it's not a trail, it's just a bike path. But there's always like weird stuff. That's why a lot of my photos for a long time were from the bike path, because I was just riding that thing every day. And then Arto Sari, if you guys aren't familiar with him, he was a pro skateboarder when I was growing up, but now he's like a acclaimed photographer now. He had a wicked injury and kind of had to bow out of skateboarding. He used to ride for Flip skateboards, if anybody's interested in that. But anyways, I thought of him because he put out a book. His photo book, it might be his first photo book, is literally called Bike Path. And he was kind of doing the same thing, but his is a lot more exciting because, well, he lives, you know, near the ocean. Yeah, see, I think I'm gonna get something here. Let's see what we can do. All right, I'm gonna wind this on. I should meter this though, too. Let us see what we got here, Johnny boys. See, we could still do 16. Definitely want to do 16 at 250. Oh, I can't go 250. The highest I can go is 175. So maybe we'll do 100 at f/22. That's why we don't care. If these photos suck, it doesn't even matter. We don't even know if this is gonna be real, bro. The one car I don't actually hate, honestly. Yeah, who cares? Oh, there's a car driving through just as I did that. And I guess that's it. That's the shot right there. Honestly, that might have been the one to do, but it don't matter now. Okay, we got the hat. We got the mountains. Well, we don't know if we got anything, honestly. I don't think we got jack shit. We're gonna go back on the prowl here, guys, and see what we can find. Because that leaves us with 2 more frames. According to Google, we can get 8. Look at that, beautiful. Wow. Now, Liquorland would be cool. Liquorland would be cool, guys. Ooh, Liquorland would be cool. It's way too backlit right now. Yeah, it's too gnarly. I don't know, do you think it is? All right, I don't know if this is gonna actually work. Boy, look at this. This is jank, dude. Yikes. Yikes, dude. Did I strip it? Did I strip it, bro? This might be too gnarly of a side glare. See the side glare right there? Or I could shield myself right here in the shade. I don't know, this could work, man. This has potential. This has potential. This has potential. This has potential. Have I told you? Have I told you that this has potential? Let me see. Now, the question is, do I go tall or wide? That's the real question. I definitely got to go taller. Oh yeah, this could be nice. Honestly, guys, this might be the best one. I forgot my meter. I'll have to use my phone to spot meter it. Here, my light meter. See, we can use it for spot mode. f/22. Dare I trust it? Is it on f/22? Yeah, we're on f/22. All right, and we're set to 100 at f/22. All right, let's hope that fucking works. Let me make sure this is on infinity. That ain't quite infinity though, is it? I think I'll go for like something almost to infinity. So what is that, 15, wait, did I say meters? Yeah, that's 15 meters. It's really, really far. But at f/22, we're gonna have a good, nice depth of field anyways. It's definitely not infinity though. It's way too far. It's way too close to be infinity. Especially with 105 mil. But see, now I just want to wait for that car in the front to leave. When I first came here, I didn't like all of the power lines. But then Marianne convinced me that the power lines are what makes it. So then I said, okay, yeah, we'll leave the power lines in then. My problem though is like they're almost covering the Liquorland. Maybe I have to go lower here. I almost have to go all the way down, and then the power lines don't cover it as much. Damn, that probably is the way to go then, huh? I'm just waiting for this car in the front to leave. And then as soon as he bails out of there, we will go for one. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do, boys and girls. Wait for no cars here. Oh, I almost forgot again. Let's rewind this fucking thing that I can't even see. Aw, dude, I can't even see it, man. I'm gonna have to use my flashlight. I'm gonna have to use my flashlight to advance the film. Here we go, 7. All right, perfect. Because it's red, I couldn't see it. Oh shit, here we go. All right, that was it. Oh man, I hope this works out. All right, one more photo to go, and it's perfect. Because we are in, that one was actually taken at the top of golden hour. So now we're in full golden hour here, guys. And I just need one last location. Are we gonna find it? I think so. I mean, it's just a test roll. We're not looking for the greatest things in the world here. We're just out here in the freaking... Now there's what you could do. You come out in the road and get the shot. And there it looked epic. You couldn't see it though. I've taken enough photos now to know that like, oh yeah, that's not what I had in my brain. And that happens a lot, to be honest. Wow, there's a really rad truck over there. I think that's what we have to do. There's a really weird old truck over here. But it's just too good with the light and everything. Okay, we're gonna try to get this one. It's so good. Hold up. So this is the front side of it, but this is the side that's getting blasted by the sun. Now here's the other side. But look, it's golden with the, I'll show you the shot I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have to take some digital shots of this because I didn't bring my Leica. The only film camera I brought with me is this dumb one. I'm only calling it dumb because I don't know if it works. We'll stay on this side of the building, but I hate the other side of it. What if I just get super close? But also, I could come back here and just show more of like an angle of the truck and do something like this, bro. Yes, bro. And maybe I'll go tall. Let me see what I want to do. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna rate it first. Yeah, bro. 1/60th. 1/60th, and we gotta move fast here, boys and girls. I'm gonna do 100, because I don't have 1/60th. Or whatever that was. Oh, I cannot forget to wind it. Here we go, last one, guys. Yeah, I can do this, as long as I don't get any other cars in the shot. I think this one will be nice. I gotta wait for no traffic. The light, man, the light. Oops. All right, I think we got it, but I'm gonna get a digital shot too. I kind of hate this camera. Even if it does end up working, I think this will be the last time I use it. The shot well, this dumb camera, I'm about to throw this one in the river too. This thing sucks, bro. Oh yeah, that frame was more like this, bro. But I had it out here like this. I was kind of like this. Something like that. Is there anything else you want to talk about? You guys got some stuff? You got some crazy story to share about your Christmas or what? The holidays get gnarly over at your place, or how'd that work out for you? It'll be a miracle if these photos turn out, honestly. That shutter on the lens just feels a little jank to me. You know, you can tell when you're doing it, you're like, did that work? That's what it feels like. But I mean, hey, you know, it's like essentially the same as like a pinhole camera, right? Like, what's the difference? Like, you just need a little bloop. I don't know. Only time will tell. So I get the new tank tomorrow because I only have a solo tank. I only have a solo dolo tank, man. So that should be a note. If you haven't started developing your own film yet, don't waste money on the single tank. Just go all in and get the double tank, because you need the double tank, one, so you can develop more than one roll at a time, but also so you can develop medium format for when you start doing that. It's like, oh, dude, like when they tell you, man, like yeah, dude, it's a slippery hole. Don't do that, man. These people out here are very impatient, and they're willing to risk lives on their impatience. It's crazy to me. Talking about people in traffic and stuff. But I get it, you know, it's 4:30, man. People gotta get home, man. But it's not worth dying over, because then you got no home to go to. Just make sure and get the double tank, man. Just save your money up front, get the double tank. I mean, here's the thing. I will say, I don't know, maybe it is worth it to have both, because I have enjoyed having only the single tank, and I've gotten by with it for a long time, like over a year now, with the single tank. It is sometimes nice because you don't have to use so much stuff. You get to save on your chemicals. Either way, I had to order that, and then I also had to order something to hold the negatives down for when I scan them. So that'll be cool too. I'll be going back to my old way of scanning before I bought the Veloy, the DIY flatbed that I made with the Cine Still light. I don't mind that way. It's just it's not as quick, obviously. It's not as quick to set up, because it's a lot of up and down on the pole, you know, with the macro lens. It's a lot of up and down on the pole. And it just, with the Veloy, you're just like, you know, screw it on and away you go. Because once you get the right distance of tubes, you never have to change it until you change your macro lens. So it's like, boom, boom. It's like you just screw it on every time, and there is no measuring and figuring and all this stuff. It's gonna be gnarly having to scan these if they even turn out. See, I'm jumping ahead. I could be talking shit about the scanning, and then meanwhile, there's nothing to scan. One last go with the photo flow. Uh-oh. I don't see anything. These look blank. These look blank. Oh no, we got pictures! Yeah, 2 multi-exposures. Oh no. Oh, killer. I just got done scanning the film. This is frame 1. Now you might be wondering, why does this roll go all the way back to July? Well, I just lost interest in the camera because I really had I had zero faith in it. I knew that like, oh, I got to buy a bigger tank. I got to buy the stuff to scan it. I got to deal with that. And I just lost all interest in it. And it wasn't until Christmas time, Marianne got me a couple new photo books. This is the first one, Winogrand Color. And then the second one she got me is Martin Parr's The Last Resort. Amazing photos in the Martin Parr book. And the crazy thing is that she had ordered that for me before he passed. So that's pretty nuts. The photos are so good in The Last Resort that when I started researching, we found out that he shot these on medium format. And it reminded me like, oh, I still have that medium format camera that I never finished shooting. So here we go. If it wasn't for getting that book, maybe that thing would still be hanging on the wall. Either way, even though that these negatives turned out, I still have no desire to use that camera ever again. So, but the 6x9s are amazing. And apparently there's not a whole lot of current medium format cameras that do 6x9, but man, these negatives are so huge. Okay, enough jaw jacking. Let's get in here. Let's flip this over. You'll see there's a lot of real estate left, so I am gonna have to figure out a better way of how to scan these things. It's just way too much real estate of resolution that I'm losing. Even though you'll see here, this is what is that? The A7C II is a 33 megapixel camera, I believe. So it is very, very high res. It was 7K resolution before I started cropping. You know, and then as we crop down, it turns into, what, 6K? So yeah, we lose about 1K of resolution. Not too bad, I guess, but still, I got to figure out a better way of scanning. So let's throw this into negative lab. First thing we want to do is make sure this is set to black and white and convert one negative. Not too bad, huh? Now look, the focus on this is really, really hard. Here's the downside. This photo was not supposed to be about the foreground. It was supposed to be about all of our friends sitting on top of the bus stop. So clearly, you know, having to guess what your focus is on the Zeiss is one of the biggest flaws, right underneath the fact that the shutter button is broken, right? And keep in mind, I was doing this one handheld, like I showed the POV at the top of the video, while pulling the shutter directly off the front of the lens. So I thought these were gonna be way, way worse, actually. I'm actually just gonna add some contrast here. Yeah, the wrong thing here is in focus, but that's okay. This actually isn't that bad when you're looking at it, you know, it could be way, way worse. The photo is nothing because the focus is that far off, so that's a bummer. So that was the very first frame, I believe. The second one was the guy on the car. So I'm a little excited for this one too. I got a little better with the focus on this one, but it's still not great. Just gonna add a little bit of contrast to that. Yeah, that feels pretty good to me. The exposure isn't too bad though, huh? The focus is way off. Yeah, that's the hardest part, trying to figure out the focus on this one. Hey, not too bad though, huh? Again, these are 6K res, so not too bad. I love how big the negatives are. They're pretty gnarly, but I definitely need to get a camera that I can focus. Now this one was of the Santa Monica Pier. This is how the video opened up on. This was frame 3. You can see a little shit on this one because this one sat. I believe this one sat. After I took that photo, I never wound it on until, you know, months later. So I think because of that, it sat stretched. And I think it got a little bit of little pinholes in it. You can see little pinhole lights in it. All these little dots. I'm not sure what happened there. It's pretty gnarly, man. It's so dirty and full of shit on the sides there. I think these marks here are from it being stretched inside the camera for a few months.
I think. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of contrast. We'll pull this brightness back. Maybe I'll pull the exposure back too. Yeah, that's not too bad. You know, definitely would need to clean this up. They ruined the spot removal tool. I really do feel like they did. They ruined it. It worked better before the AI bullshit, man. Okay, so then we move on, and this is where it got gnarly with the multi-exposures. Because I definitely took a photo in between the Santa Monica Pier and the mountain shot. Even when we were there doing the mountains, I did another double exposure over it. But first we gotta just figure out what this is. We're gonna have to add a crap ton of contrast here, or no. Exposure is way off. So my exposure was way off on the mountain thing. So you see what this is? This is a cemetery shot combined with the mountain shot. One is upside down and the other, or no, one was a vertical. The mountain one was a vertical and the graveyard was normal horizontal. But look at all that. So weird. So here's the other side of it. There's also a photo of Gracie on here. So this is 3-in-1. Why I took a photo of Gracie on that camera, the world may never know. But there's like crazy, like 3 huge lights here. I'm not sure what those are either. Yeah, something got really gnarly on this one. I don't know what those 3 lights are. Pretty gnarly either way, huh? So what's funny too is like, even though I advanced it, I still ended up, because you can see the trees from the mountain. Those are the trees that were in the foreground of the mountain. So even though I rolled it on, I still got a multi-exposure somehow out of it. How did that happen? I rolled it on camera. You saw me roll it on. So this is the first one with the mountain and the graveyard. And so then this one came after or before the graveyard, but it still has the mountain on it. But I literally advanced it. I don't know what happened there. Now this one came out good. The last 3 came out good. So I don't know how that mountain shot got double exposed even after rolling it on. I knew the first one was a multi-exposure, but I don't know how the second one became multi-exposure. That's so very strange. Okay, yeah, so this one is a little crooked. We'll have to go back and fix that. I always switch it to standard. I just do lab standard. I don't know, you guys can tell me what your best practice is for it. I might increase the brightness just so I can then add some contrast to it. Pull that back a little bit. I do like them crunchy. I like them a little crunchy. Because see, this is where it was taken. That's where the photo was taken using the Sekonic TwinMate pocket meter. So we'll just pull that back. Maybe I'll adjust the brightness and then add the contrast. That's not too bad. That's not horrible. Oh, we're still getting a little crazy in there. And then I'm going to try to straighten this photo out. Weird. It's just kind of going to be a little jank, the level. I knew that on the day too. I think I even mentioned something about that out there. Yeah, so then you get a weird scan like that. That's a bummer. But what's the matter? It's just a weird test shot. Okay, then we found the liquor land, right? Yeah, the exposure isn't great. I should have brought my real Oh, this is the one I used the phone meter with though. I spot metered this guy. Maybe that's why a spot meter didn't get a good average. The Sekonic would have been better there because you get a better average of what you're looking at. That's why the ground is just gone on this one because I spot metered the store. I wasn't thinking there. See that? I should have metered for those shadows. It's a little gnarly. Stupid. Okay, the last one was the car. Now here's the bummer. Here's the cool thing though. Remember when I said, oh, it's not infinity, it's probably more like 15 meters? I was pretty dang close, even though the focus still isn't great on that. The problem is, I didn't reset it when I found that cool little car. The truck, forgot to reset the focus after all of that. This truck would have been the best one too, and I definitely did not reset the focus because I was way closer. I definitely was closer than 15 meters to this truck. Keep in mind, this is a 105 mil on the lens, which is like the equivalent of a 45 mil because apparently, you know, 105 mil on 6x9 would be 45 mil roughly full frame. I don't know. I'm sure everybody has their opinions on that, which is fine. Ooh, it's just too dark is all. See, I knew that was going to be too dark. So see, on this one, I was back to the Sekonic pocket meter, but I probably should have used a spot meter on this and we could have got to something a little better. Because see, now I got to lift my exposure. This is pretty decent in that area though. Contrast it up a little bit. So because this is a backlit situation, it is a little bit difficult to do. But we can do it. We'll just let the white clip out. I'm okay with that. It's just kind of I'm just doing a push and pull right now between the exposure, the brightness, and the contrast. Just right before it peaks out right there. Check that out. Hey, that's still not bad. Even with the focus being off, I think that's my favorite one right there. That old Chevy truck we found very, very last there. And honestly, the focus isn't too bad off on it. Could you imagine a 6x9 camera with the focus on? Maybe a Texas Leica? That's what's kind of nice about the 6x9. It's so huge. It's like the dust isn't even as noticeable as it would be on a 35 frame. I mean, obviously, if you're going to print this up, you'd want to clean it up pretty nice, but this will do for our purposes. So that was a pretty interesting experiment. It has got me thinking now about 6x9, but I don't want to mess around with that one anymore. It's just too finicky of a camera. The focus issues, the shutter issue, even though I could get the shutter fixed, it's still a little bit of a pain in the ass to use in general for the way that I shoot. I'm not exactly a carrying around the tripod kind of guy, if you know what I mean. However, though,
You're next, you little sucker.
And if you have the proper luck and the holy endurance, the gods just might deliver.